All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. God bless you. I am Breona Anderson, and this is Midday with Breona, the Solutionary. I am super excited to be back with you guys on today. You guys know we started this kickoff back in 2020, and it was an absolutely phenomenal broadcast coming on Midday with me, the Solutionary. We are about to kick it back off. I'm super excited. Everything has been set up. Everything is going absolutely phenomenal. We got a lot of great things coming up in store for you guys, but today is Midday with me. I really want to talk to you guys today about how to build that no excuses mentality. Let me just stop right there and take a moment to shout out my mother. Happy birthday to my mom, Miss Vicky Nolan. You guys go to my Facebook page, send her a shout out. Tell her happy birthday. Let her know how much you love her. For those of you who know her, I'm super excited to be celebrating her birthday today. She turned the beautiful 61. She does not look 61 years old. And so, Mother, I love you so much, and I'm so excited. Hey, God bless you. Prophet Murray, I see so many people of you guys jumping on from all over. And so today, I want you to grab your pen and your paper, especially if you're that entrepreneur, you're that business owner, and you're really ready to go to the next level. These broadcasts are going to be dedicated for you. So what I want you to do is notify. Go ahead and turn your notifications button on. If you haven't already joined any of our Facebook groups, make sure you're in the Generational Wealth Over Poverty group. Make sure you're in the Success Secrets for Entrepreneurs and Business Owners group. And make sure you're following us on Facebook and YouTube, because I don't want you to miss the broadcast like this. Is going to really give you some tangible things to go to the next level. And so today we're going to talk about how to build a no excuses mentality. You know, I was thinking about this morning how big excuses can stop our growth. We don't understand a lot of times how excuses, y'all excuse me, Cedric was in there cooking up something real good. I tried to get me a little bite in. Excuses can literally stop our growth. All right. Excuses. And I want you, if you haven't already, another one just came in the mail. I had to make a change on some. If you haven't already pre-ordered your copy of my newest book, Becoming a High-Level CEO, I'm super excited that is now available for purchase. You can go to my website, BreonaAnderson.com. My assistant's going to drop the link even in this chat. But I got so many to start signing and sending out. This is really my baby. I'm telling you what I know. This book right here is going to be like a game changer. It's going to help so many entrepreneurs and business owners really take their business to the next level. And so if you want to learn how to change the game in your entrepreneurial journey, I'm telling you, this is the book you need. I teach you really how to go high level, how to become a CEO. You know, it's a difference between just being a business owner, entrepreneur, self-employee versus being a high-level CEO. And so if you're looking to really skyrocket your life, skyrocket your business and entrepreneurship, if you're thinking about it, you haven't really tapped in, or you're already there, but you want to know how to go deeper, this is going to be a must-have tool. I'm decreeing and declaring that this is going to be a bestseller. Self-published, it's going to be an absolute bestseller. So what I want you guys to do to definitely make sure you get this, give somebody with it if you want. But literally, I go through everything you really need, the ultimate factors to your success, how to utilize your strengths, how to turn your weaknesses to strengths. There's so much. It's really power-packed. And so I want to drop that in for you real quick, but definitely make sure you guys get this. I got some calls coming in. I don't know if it's an emergency, but if it is, they're normally called our business line, or they'll call Cedric. So today, guys, write this down. We have to build a no excuses mentality. All right. It's so important that when you are really coming in business, right? You're building business, you're accomplishing goals, you're setting things out. Your excuses have to stop. All right. It has to go to a place where the excuses stop. A lot of us don't realize. Sometimes, you know, I sent an email out this morning. We don't understand. It's like either one or two things that's happening. All right. And the reason why we're in the month of August and we're about to literally finish a whole year, and two reasons why some people haven't really accomplished the goals that they really want to accomplish is really one or two reasons. Number one, possibly you could be living under a rock, right? You're really afraid to come out You're really afraid to show the world what you're capable of. You're afraid to show the world what you have to offer. You don't have that confidence fully. You haven't fully accepted the fact that you have something that you're good at, something that people need, all right? You could be living under a rock. You're just afraid. It's bottom line fear. But that fear can absolutely be an excuse. And number two, the second reason is you probably don't have the right perspective that's required for you to achieve a level of success that you are desiring. Now, I'm going to say that again. Number one, you probably living under a rock, right? You're afraid to come out. You're afraid to really be successful. You're afraid of what people may say. You're afraid that listen, you're afraid that it probably will work, right? You're afraid that the goal will probably accelerate, accomplish itself faster than expected, right? So you're in a rock, under a rock, like the rock of fear, where you really don't know what to do. But number two, you got the wrong perspective, all right? You can have, write this down, you can have the right idea. You can have the right branding, the right logo, the right message, the right service, the right product. You can have the right thing that somebody needs. But if you have the wrong perspective, right? If you have the wrong perspective, it's going to be super hard to manifest or achieve the success that you want. All right? Some of you guys, you probably don't have the circle. You probably don't have the right environment, the group of people that's needed. Watch this. I learned that being in the right circle, being around the right environment, being around the right group of people, guess what starts to happen? Success starts to accelerate for me. It starts happening faster than possible that I thought it would happen. Just by me being connected to the right people. Just by me having 6, 7, 8-figure conversations with different people. Guess what starts happening? Success starts to accelerate itself. I start believing in myself more. I start having more confidence. I start having less, the fear of success and the fear of failure starts to leave. Why? Because things start to accelerate faster. Come on. And so that could be an issue. That could be an excuse why you may say you're not growing. Listen, maybe you don't have the right mentorship. Maybe you don't have the right person that can literally show you a way to your success. They've been there before. Remember, the formula to success never changes. The formula stays the same. The person changes. The numbers change. The product, the service, you change. That changed, but the formula is the same. So maybe that could be an excuse to you, right? Maybe you can have an excuse no matter what it is. You got to develop a zero excuse mentality. People who have I was telling my mentees last night, and some of them I think are definitely on here today. I was telling them how it's so important that you can have the right skill set. You can know how to do the thing. You can have a t-shirt line and you can know how to make the t-shirts. You can have the right website for the t-shirts. You can have absolutely a great product. But if you don't have the right mindset how to be a business owner, you're going to have another hobby where you're going to be making hobby money. Watch this. If you don't think like an entrepreneur and if you don't have a CEO mindset, guess what starts to happen? You'll start depleting. Your momentum starts to leave. You got the right skill set, the right tool set, but the mindset's not there. And so how you do, write this down. How you do one thing will determine how you do everything. And you must develop a zero excuse mentality. See, I used to have so many excuses of why it wasn't getting done. I used to have so many excuses of why year after year I was in the same place, week after week, day after day. Watch this. I was in the same place. I used to have so many excuses. Like one of my excuses was now people are trying to duplicate me. Like they're creating fake pages and they're reporting me The real person as the fake. And so now I'm having to fight with social media where now they're limiting my things and they're stopping my reach. And that was an excuse of why I stopped doing a lot of stuff that I was doing. That was an excuse. And then I said, you know what? No, zero excuses. Whatever excuse you've been using up to now, I want you to write down today, no more excuses. Why it's not working? Oh, this is happening. This is wrong. I got to do this. I got to have this. Excuses. Why haven't you started yet? Why haven't you given 100% yet? Write this down. Excuses. What? Excuse me. Such and such is not doing for me. Oh man, such and such was supposed to do this. And that excuses. Excuses cost too much. And so today, I want you guys to write this down that we must develop a zero excuse mentality. All right? A zero excuse mentality. I'm learning every single day that excuses will not get me to my goals faster. Your excuses, they could be legit, but guess what? Guess what excuses would never do? They would never improve your daily life. You can sit there and live, and a lot of people, if you don't commit to no excuses, watch this, excuses will be the place that you start to live your life from. Don't live at the place of excuses. Excuses could be the very thing that's stopping you from growing and going to the next level. And so I suggest, write this down. I suggest you become so obsessed. The word obsessed is not a bad word. Watch this. It's not a bad word to become obsessed with what you want to achieve. Write this down. Let's get all out of that. Oh, you putting all this before. No. I have to break an excuse mentality, because if I don't wake up every single day and remind myself that it's up to me to get it done, and guess what? I'm going to live in my excuses. So excuse me for a good 6 months if you hear me repeating things over and over again. I got to get the book done. I got to record the course. I got to go to the mastermind. I got to sign up for a webinar. I got to sign up for a mentor. I got to get under the right mentorship. I need to download this podcast. Excuse me if you start hearing me say the same thing over and over and over and over again. I am breaking my excuse mentality. Wow, that was so good. You have to break the excuses mentality if you really want to achieve success in your life. Excuses will keep you in places of failure. Excuses will keep you non-productive. You will think you're doing a whole lot of something because you are complaining about what's not working, when in reality it's causing you more and more energy that you could be using to achieve your success. Wow. So write this down, no excuses mentality, right? I suggest that you start spending so much time that you start making up the reason why you can't have excuses. I told the team last night, when the why is big enough, listen, when the why is big enough, the how doesn't even matter. When the why is big enough, the how is going to get done doesn't even matter. When the mechanism is clear, listen, when the vision is clear, the mechanisms will appear. If you're having a hard time in the mechanisms, if you're having a hard time in the how it's going to happen, that's because the why haven't became big enough yet. It could be too many excuses. And so become every single day, watch this, become every single day committed to things that you must get done. Committed to things that you can absolutely no longer make an excuse about. See, there are things in your life that you absolutely have to be fed up, that you can't even find. Some things I can't even find an excuse why I can make the excuse. My why is so big enough. Let's increase the actions. Number 2, increase the actions. When you start thinking about your targets, watch this. And if you start making excuses, you pull yourself off the hook when now you start giving up on that which you once committed yourself to. Once you set a goal, now you have to go further. Watch this. You have to go further than writing a goal. That's why I kind of moved away from, I love vision board parties and making a vision board. But a lot of people are so comfortable with the vision board that they don't know what it takes to now get the vision accomplished. You can write a goal, but a goal on a paper is just another written down sentence. It's just a dream. When you get ready to start activating that goal, you got to create now a goal for the goal. What's going to be the target? The target is what's going to take you closer to the goal. The actions is how you're going to get closer to the target. If you don't have goals, targets, actions for your everyday life, you are living life under a rock. You are living life under a rock. Let me give you an example. I can absolutely give up today. This is so good. I could have absolutely gave up today and said, you know what, today, boom, I'm good where I'm at. I'm good. How I'm living right now was great. What I'm doing right now is absolutely phenomenal. I don't need to do nothing else. My business don't need nothing else. I didn't have that mentality. I have a growth mentality. Well, now because my why is so big, things just fall into my hand. Just had an amazing business meeting. Lady told me, I guarantee you, when this is implemented, you're guaranteed $500,000 a month. I've never heard a person tell me that. I just recently hit a goal earlier this month. I didn't stop there. Now I moved on further to see, okay, how can I bring more impact to my audience, to my clients, to my customers? And boom, what happened? 6 o'clock in the morning, it just dropped into me. It just dropped in my hands. What am I saying? Actions. Get productive. Guys, get productive. Don't reduce the target. Stop settling for less than. Sometimes we set goals and we set targets that are so low. Watch this, because we want to make sure we hit them, and it doesn't take the more of us. It doesn't require the more of us. I set big goals and I set big targets because I don't want to do it in my own strength. I want to tap into another level of momentum. I want to tap in to another level of push, right? That shows me I can do it. Because if I set the bar too low, it's something that I know is so easy to accomplish. And guess what? I hit it easily and I can give up easily. Write this down. It's time to make time, not excuses. Wherever there are a lot of excuses, I guarantee you part of the excuses and why you have so many is because you feel like you don't have enough time. Make time, not excuses. It's so important. Watch this. It's so important. We are about to enter into a whole new year. A whole new year. And anybody who minimizes the importance of their success have already given up on what God has for them. Anytime you start minimizing, watch this. When you start minimizing and you start treating your future, treating your success level, treating your potential less than, what you're really doing is telling yourself that you're okay with not even living the fullness of life that God has for you. Remember, people who tell you your dreams are impossible, people who tell you don't go after this, and people who tell you, you know what, it don't take all that, they're telling you that because one or two things. Number one, they've already given up on theirs. And number two, They're okay with being the same. No. Big goals around me. Big dreams around me. We're going higher. We're going to another level. Goal after goal after goal. Listen, win after win after win. I'm excited. It's no such thing as a destination to success. Write this down. It's only a journey. It's only a journey. It's only a journey. I say that every day. Go to my Instagram page and download that affirmation. There's no destination to success. It's only a journey. It's win after win after win. You got to develop that no excuses mentality. No excuses. Watch this mentality. And so for those of you who are listening to me right now, remember this. Most people only work enough so that it feels like work to them. It feels like work. Real successful people, they work at a pace where what they do every day gets so satisfying that it's not work anymore. It's the reward. I'm only telling you guys about my zero excuse mentality. It's not even work to me anymore. It's the reward. My why have become so big that my work is not even work. It's a reward. Real successful people who don't make excuses, we don't even call it work. It's passion. Man, drop a fire in the chat. For those of you who are going to catch the replay, drop a fire in the chat. It's passion. This is my passion. It's not even work. So you got to get obsessed, y'all, with things that you want. Come on. The Bible even says, keep on asking, keep on knocking. Don't make up any more excuses. Watch this. No, I'm going to do anything and everything to remove the excuse. What do? I find the solution. I do the opposite of whatever the excuse was. Let me give you an example. Every Monday, I've made it my determination, right? Like right now, we're building a studio. If I turn this around, it really looks like a studio. I made it my determination. Watch this. My determination is that every single Monday, I need to start a brand new discipline. It's not going to take me 30 days to do it. If I do it right that first seven days, it's going to become a habit. And so I got with my accountability partners. Watch this. I got with my accountability partners on yesterday. And I said, this is what I'm going to implement for this week. I need you to help me, hold me accountable. My goal is to remain focused on being focused. So therefore, if I'm spending time with my children, that's what I'm doing. I'm spending time with my children. If I'm working, that's what I'm doing. I'm working, right? If I'm eating lunch or cooking dinner, that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking dinner. If I'm reading a book, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading a book. What am I doing? I'm creating a habit. I found a place in me, right, that I felt like was a little reason why my goals were being a little held up. And remember what Cedric said yesterday was so good. Every goal is a big goal. Every goal is a big goal. I found out a certain thing that I felt like I could do better that would help me achieve my goals a little bit better. And one of those things is to remain focused on what I'm focused on. Come on, LaDonna. And so what I did was I said to what I'm saying. I got with my accountability team. And I said, this is what I'm going to work on for the week. I need you to hold me accountable. And so that's what I'm doing this week. No excuses. So how are you going to develop a zero excuse mentality? All the excuses, write it down. I challenge you guys today. Write down. This is a part of mindset training, y'all. Write down all the excuses, because what you have to do, and you have to understand, excuses are planted in your subconscious mind. Man, that's why a lot of you guys, if you haven't joined my business boot camp, I'm telling you, you got to lock in, because we are going to dive deep into the success mastery. There is a certain such thing called how to master success. There is something called developing a CEO mindset. That's the place where excuses don't even dwell. That's that no excuse mentality, where even if you had all the reasons why to create an excuse, you still don't even say nothing. It's on you, right? So don't lower the target. Increase the actions. Don't just go to work just to work. Go to work with the reward in mind. Get so obsessed with your passion that you're loving what you're doing. Watch this, that you're developing a no excuse mentality. Well, now it feels like hard work. Now it becomes easy to you. Come on. Who am I talking to today? Do what others refuse to do. Success is your duty. It's your duty. You can't reach where you're going without coming out of all the things that are limiting and stopping you from going forward. No matter what it is. It could be in your life. It could be in your business. It could be in your ministry. When you become ambitious, when you become motivated, watch this. I want to tell you what I go through. When you become motivated, when you become disciplined, you're going to always be criticized by people who are not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. And so they speak from a place of doing nothing to tell you you're doing too much, when in reality, they're not even doing nothing. These small things every single day will bring you closer and closer to your goals. And so I want you guys to confront every excuse today. Begin to confront the excuses. What are the things that is holding you up? Remember, success loves speed, guys. Write this down. Success loves speed. Success loves speed. Your job in this 21st century, watch this, especially if you're an entrepreneur, business owner. How can I do it faster? How can I get to this place more faster? How can I accomplish this more faster? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I don't want it to take years and years and decades. No, I want to begin to eliminate everything that's stopping me from thinking what I need to think like to take me closer to my goals. Success loves speed. So write down the excuses today. No more excuses. No more excuses. Most of us were either brought up in middle class or poor class, and we only heard excuses. I'm going to tell you how I developed a zero excuse mentality. When I got around millionaires, this is so good. This is how I developed a zero excuse mentality. When I got around millionaires, I didn't ask them for money. I didn't ask them how they became wealthy. I didn't even ask. Those were not even in my questions. I asked them, how did you think? What was your thought pattern? What were some of the habits that you had that you were able to think your way to where you are right now? See, growing up in a certain environment, that's why you got to join the business boot camp. I'm telling you, because when it's time for you to develop that skill set, you got to learn how to think like a CEO. And then most of us, we work jobs or 9 to 5 or corporate America all our life. When it's time to really go forward and be successful in business, you can't do it because you have these limited beliefs in your employee mindset that's holding you back, where that mentality will never see success like you would as an entrepreneur. So you got to start studying things that's holding you back. Success don't know an amount of money. Money does not determine your success. Your mindset does. Come on. Your mindset does. Write it down. Your mindset does. It determines it. That's why you can be broke today and a millionaire tomorrow. Why? Because your mindset determines your success. It's not based on the amount of money you made this week. It's not based on you traveling the world, you driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces. That could be a form of somebody's success, their success. My success is my mentality. It's going to get done. It's going to happen. I'm going to win. Listen, I'm going to create a zero excuse mentality. I'm going to build an atmosphere where growth becomes normal to me. I'm going to create an atmosphere where the average may call me obsessed, but the successful, when people want to become successful, they call me for advice. Come on. Come on. When you are successful, it tends to bless those who are really committed to now becoming successful. There are certain things in your life, there are certain things that have limits, but success is not one of them. When you begin to create a zero excuse mentality, things that was once hard for you, watch it start to happen easily. So today, I want you guys to do me a favor. Write down hashtag no more excuses. Drop it in the chat. For those of you going to catch the replay, no more excuses. Every excuse I once had is done. Oh man, it costs too much to get started. Boom, excuse done. I'm reframing that. I'm now saying, how can I afford it? Man, how can I? See, when I start thinking, wow, this is so good. I remember the last time I said it costs too much. I remember the last time I said it costs too much. When the last time I said it, I tried something. I said, you know what? I never want to say that again. Now I'm saying, what can I do to get it? What can I do to get it? Let me tell you what it did psychologically. It expanded my mind. And then because the why was big enough, the how came easily. Then ideas started happening. Divine connection started happening. I'm telling y'all, it's powerful. This thing is powerful. How you were created by God is so powerful that as you think a thing, it can become. So I started saying to myself, if I keep saying it costs too much, if I keep saying I can't afford it, if I keep saying it's too hard, if I keep saying that's for them and that's too much and it don't take all that, I am limiting myself. And therefore, guess what? I'm going to live in the excuse factor. And another year go around, I'm in the same place. But when I started saying, how can I afford it? When I started saying, I am going to achieve it, I'm going to have the ability, I'm going to learn the skill. You know what? I'm going to get this thing down pat. When I started saying those things, guess what starts happening? The mechanism starts to appear. So you got to get to a place, y'all. Write this down today. Zero excuse mentality. What are the excuses that's been holding you up the last days of this year? I don't know how many days we're in. I know we got less days to go than we have more. So all back when 2022 came in, what are some of the goals you set at the beginning? And then next thing you know, what are some of the excuses that started coming alive? And now you're looking at it, you're like, you know what? That was really an excuse. That was a bona fide excuse. That excuse really don't even have any weight. Excuses weighs tons. An excuse weighs way more than a belief. That's why a lot of us are burning down. So many excuses. The vision can't come alive. You can't really see the next level. So many excuses. We're going to break that mentality. All right? Break that mentality. It's so important for us to break those mentalities. And remember, anybody that minimizes the importance of your success only is a person who are comfortable where they are and they don't see the success in you. No matter how many mistakes you make, how slow your progress may look, watch this, you are still ahead of the people who are not even trying. That's why I tell people, success is not a race, it's a journey. I don't care who's doing what, how good they doing it. If they duplicating me, copying me and doing it, they're further than me. I don't base my success off of people. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. It's a journey. It's a journey. See, if you talk about it enough, it's a dream. When you start envisioning it, it becomes possible. But when you start scheduling it to come to pass, it becomes real in your life. Many people right now, you got a real big goal. It's a dream. It's just written down. It's just written down, right? Then you start visualizing yourself accomplishing it. Now you're building up that belief that it's possible. But when you start to schedule it, I tell all my mentees, put a date on it. What's the date? Y'all know my whole thing is what's the goal? What's the goal? Put a date on it. I do that for a reason. Why? Because when you put a date on it, you're scheduling it. You're giving your success approval to happen. No excuses. No excuses. So listen, guys, no excuses this month. Whatever you consistently think about will happen. Whatever you focus on, I'm telling you, it will move you closer toward. But every time you stop at the excuse step, anytime you stop at the gas station of excuses, guess what? You keep pumping your vision with nothing but excuses. 20 pump on pump 8. $50 on pump number 2. You keep filling the vision up. You keep filling it up with excuses. And guess what? You're going to find yourself back at the same level. No, it's time for a zero excuse mentality. Oh, man, what's the goal? You want to make $10,000 this month? Give me a date. You wrote it down. Now what's the target? What's the action steps? That's why we be joining a lot of these cookie cutter mentorships and a lot of these cookie coded people. It be generic Google stuff. I need to know what's the date, what's the target. Now let's develop the actions to make sure it's going to happen. There is nothing that I write down that don't happen. When I write it down, I automatically know, guys, guess what? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen exactly when I wrote it down. I put the date on it. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to happen exactly by the time I put that date on it. Maybe even before. Why? I just gave myself permission to get it done. So no more excuses. It costs too much. Come on, write it down. It costs too much. I got up this morning. I could have said, you know what? I need to go to a gym. I need a trainer. I got a whole gym in my house. I had to come against that excuse. That costs too much. Get your tail in the gym, Bree. Come on, get up. Let's go. I got a deadline right now. Most people don't even know I'm working on so many things. I got a strict deadline. It's no excuses. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. It is going to happen. It costs too much to have an excuse. All right. Listen, this is today's talk with Breona Anderson, the Solutionary. Today's topic was no more excuses. All right. This is how you really come out of that and really build your success, your business growth, your life growth. It will enhance your everyday life when you learn how to build a no excuse mentality. Let me tell you guys something. You start becoming unstoppable when excuses can't live in your life. When excuses can't live in your life. I can tell a person who I can mentor, I can coach. Cedric can tell you. He'll really tell you. If they don't listen, I say, okay, wait, we can't work. Why? I have so many people sign up for the business boot camp. I only accepted a certain amount of people. Why? Mentality. Gotta be able to have that growth mentality. Gotta be able to just show that you really are ready for change and you can accept. See, some people are okay with living average, and living average is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not against the law. You're not less than or better than because you're not average. That's not what I'm saying. But there are people where average have become so no, average is really equated to poverty. No, I'm not okay with one way of pay. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with getting paid one time every 2 weeks. I'm not okay with that. But some people are. But that's not going to be my excuse. So when you're ready to come out of that place of average and you really step into the place of growth, listen, all growth starts and end. I'm sorry, all growth starts at the end of your comfort zone. When you get uncomfortable, that's when growth starts happening. It starts happening fast to accelerated pace. All successful people know that success is on the other side of their excuses. The difference between must and should is excuses. The only person that can hold you back is you. So listen, no more excuses. It's time to change. It's time to live that life at a new level. I want you guys who are watching me, all 44 of you guys who are watching me right now. Some of you guys are on Facebook. Some of you guys are on YouTube, right? I want you guys to write down, drop in the chat right now. Drop in the chat right now. No more excuses. And get to the place where now you go and you say, you know what? I'm not going to live in this place anymore. That excuse I even had this morning on why I didn't do something, I will never have that excuse again. I will never even give that excuse a place to live in my life. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today has been Midday Mindset Talk. I'm telling you, mindset training to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We go into skill set. But if you guys really want the real deal, you really should join the business boot camp. Hey, my mentorship is now open. You can literally join the business boot camp where you will have access to the success mastery program, the entrepreneurship accelerator program, and the business growth for success program. We cover all this stuff on our Monday nights training. So if I were you guys, I will find a way to lock in. If you want to even do a free strategy call with my team, I can actually drop the link here where you can do a free strategy call with my team where we can find out if we can help you go on your journey to success. You know, we're not for everybody, but what we do have is a proven formula, a proven way to help you earn six figures your first year in business, potentially your first 6 months, and how to help you skyrocket and scale your business for success is what we do. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and you're already seeing great monetary achievements, but you just don't have that mentorship. You just don't have that person that has the credentials and the way to hold you accountable. My high level mastermind mentorship program is also open. And guess what? You can be qualified for funding. It's possible where we can actually fund you to join the program. So definitely inbox myself. I'm going to drop the link in all of these videos here. And yeah, y'all, let's go. Let's build that zero excuse mentality. Let's go big or let's go home. All right. I love you guys so much. I will see you back next time here. Make sure you turn your notifications on. God bless you.